Hello everybody, so I'm going to react to this Schmoedown match between William Bibbiani of the Quirky Mercs and Shannon Miller of Swag. So, here we go. And I'm starting at 6:44 after the promos. Sorry, I gotta cut it short a little bit today. Alright then.
Bibbiani has been shining in tournaments for the last couple seasons, and I watched him recently, and I think he's right. People have a very strange memory when it comes to being a fan sometimes in the movie trivia Schmoedown, and I think that what they still remembers, Bibbs blows it in the last round. Bibbs misses it in the last round, and that's usually what's going to happen. He hasn't done that for a while. He hasn't done that quite a while. He's won tournaments. He's made it to the finals of tournaments. He has been a top tier competitor for a very long time, and he's making his move again in yet another tournament. Shannon Miller, on the other side of it, is living up to that potential that was given her last season. And she did it when she first came in. She went 3-0, but then, she lost to Oyama and then Bateman, and then she obviously hadn't competed. But she won her team's match. She's won all of her matches. She's undefeated this season. She's been playing great. It was an absolute amazing pickup by Winston Marshall. And Lady Luck, no pun intended, has definitely been on, coupled with the knowledge. But right now, you have the luck in the Schmoedown and the knowledge. You're looking good.
Knocking down big shots so far, and if you're really
she is looking
nice
good.
To see that he has put some of that pass behind him and focused on the big wins in clutch moments that he has had. But Christian, I think William just wants an opportunity to answer a 3 or a 5-pointer today, because even if he does that, it still might bounce right back to Lightning Liz for another huge shot from distance. So I think this one could go that far. It could go to sudden death, and why not? Because these two are scrapping for a berth in a Final Four.
All right, well, we noticed and we talked about how the Mercs and Swag both need this tremendously. And Jandreau, who's been making a big pitch for Modi, he's been screaming it from the top. I mean, even if you saw that, you watched the Kevin Smith and Jericho match, you saw what he did there. So make sure that you check that match out. By the way, it's live on the channel. But here he is, Jandreau of the Mercs and Winston Marshall from Swag. Look, let me start with you here, Coy. You guys were in the cellar.
Swag
you haven't played enough matches, and the way that works is you don't win, you don't get matches. And in the beginning of the season, Bibbs and the kid played in that triple threat, and there was some trouble. Mara was supposed to have her match, she didn't get it, and then the real rejects were really the ones that were kind of pushing you guys forward, right? And still, even in the Intergeekdom. But now your big guns are coming to play. So how important, what has it been like now that you guys are actually contending for this thing?
Oh, it's felt great. To be honest, it kind of worked out for us that the Real Rejects got to make so much ground, because they were the guys that no one really counted on. So it was really cool to see the unexpected turn of the Real Rejects getting all these points. And now we're at the point where it's singles and teams, and the points on the board reflect what I always thought the Quirky Mercs were, even back in January. So now it just feels like we're living up to our own potential. It feels like these follies we had in the past are all kind of settling down. We're all a very tight faction. We're all a family. Like you said, I've been lobbying for that Modi. I'm looking at my own weaknesses as a manager. I'm looking at my own lack of communication.
It's going to be tough to get past Shannon and Winston for Manager of the Year. I got to tell you that. It's my opinion, but it's going to be tough. But Coy is ascending through the ranks.
Little things like how people perceive Bibbs, even the perception of things. I want gone.
And Dagnino's in the running too. But I think that it's unlikely that Dagnino will get another one unless something crazy happens in the team's tournament.
It doesn't seem that long ago that you were in Jandrew's shoes, because you were feeling that rocket fuel of making some big upset W's, racking up a lot of points, and being the faction darling du jour. Now Coy seems to have grabbed that mantle from you. How do you plan on getting it back?
I mean, the biggest thing is it's a marathon, not a sprint. A number of people in this league have said that. Shannon said that. Finstock said that. I've said that. And I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we were on top of the mountain. We're still up there scrapping, but you have to play until the buzzer. And how many games have you seen that we've been a part of that have happened in this league in general this season, but that you've seen that we played into the buzzer and it mattered? How many 5-pointers did Ace hit? How many Liz's 5-pointer in this last round against Chance? It literally came down to the buzzer. So we play hard until the end. You're going to stumble in quarters here and there, but that doesn't mean that you're
tired again.
over. And that being said, I know the only never seen in Bibbs is, Merle, like in the free-for-all last year, and then Merle in New York. So I figured I would cosplay Merle. I don't have a belt, but I went and got Shuri's chew toy. And, hopefully this is the luck we need to help keep swinging things in our favor.
I love that you're cosplaying as Dan Merle for Bibbs Kryptonite. Last question here for both you guys is because there's Winston. We've seen you go toe to toe and verbally with whether it be Roxy or Dagnino or Kaiser or Shannon. Obviously, with Coy it seems to be a little different. With Coy it seems to be there's from what Mark mentioned that you guys both admire kind of your managing skills plus the fact you're both kind of brand new to this thing. So is there a different kind of respect, and does that make it harder going into this match?
This is a little bit rougher for me than all the other ones. It's easy to play Dagnino, to play Shannon, to play Kaiser, because I can just talk trash. I don't have a bad thing to say about Coy, and I've already said it before. I mean, he was my manager in that fade match against the Founding Fathers where I didn't do so hot. I learned a lot of my game, honestly, from Coy. The swag part of it, like I said, came out with the chest hairs out all greased up like Jeff Goldblum. Like, I picked up a lot of stuff from him. You borrow from the greats, and I got to give him, he's got swag for days. So, yeah, this is a little different for me.
And I got to say the same. There's no animosity. I love his draft. I love how he's played this season. I love the man himself. I've been so impressed. And to be compared from the man himself to where he's getting that game, it's an honor. It's flattering. So there's a reason we're playing this third-round matchup. There's a reason we've made it this far in singles. So no matter who wins today, I'm very proud of that manager, self-serving or no.
It's a tough match.
And that's because Winston's
Gotta be
killing,
honest,
so
but I have my and after that match, that perfect performance.
It's refreshing to see. But we're going
Gotta
to
go
put
William
you in the
Bibbiani.
waiting room here. Good luck to both of you, both the Mercs and for Swag. Good luck.
He's definitely vulnerable in round 3, though. But,
I joke about it, but it is nice to see sometimes because when you get those, it's certainly entertaining when you have certain, like you look at what happened with again the Chance and Miller match, and it certainly was not cordial between Shannon and Winston. But this is something. There is respect here, but make no mistake about it. Both very competitive and both want to win very badly.
Yeah, I mean, it may be congenial between the two, but we even see in that franchise of movies, Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous. They are both of that, especially Winston with this nice little chew toy as a uniform decoration. But now it's time to meet the competitors, two of the most eloquent folks you will ever hear speak on the subject of cinema, but only one is going to have the platform to give a TED Talk in the Final Four. Christian, I think my last statement indicates I am ready for battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing Swag, with a record
it's great music.
of 5
Yeah.
wins,
It's funny. Like right after the recording, I have to go run. So
2 knockouts. She is Lightning Liz Shannon Miller. What an absolute fun road it has been so far for you. I mean, obviously TKOing Rachel Silvestrini in your first match, and then beating Chance Ellison, who is a star in this league. And I know that you've been very humble about it, where you say it is a question that you knew that luck or whatnot.
her performance against Ellison reminded me of
after a big victory like that over
her
Chance.
performance against JTE, where we assumed that the favorite would win. JTE was the favorite going in, I remember. But I had faith in Miller because of the hype, so I picked Miller to win JTE. And what do you know? Miller won. And what's funny is it's the other way around this year, where I picked Ellison to win. But Miller did a great job.
See what it's got.
Yeah, Liz, we saw in the manager interview that they have a pretty high opinion of one another. I imagine it's the same between you and Bibbs. Is that right? There's a ton of respect there, and just may the best person win.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been on the man's podcast once or twice. He's a real gentleman and sport. And yeah, I consider myself very happy. Like, quite honestly, when I heard that I was going to be playing, if I beat Chance, I would be playing the winner versus Bibbiani versus the Barbarian. I was really happy because, I don't want to say it'll be an honor. It would be an honor to lose to either of them because I'm not going to put that energy out in the world. But it would be. Both of them are wonderful competitors and also great people. So I am very excited.
Well, there you go, Liz Shannon Miller here. Good luck to you, Liz. We'll be back in just a moment. And her opponent, representing the Quirky Mercs, with a record of 12 wins, 8 defeats, and 4 knockouts. He is the 2019 Ultimate Schmoedown Team winner and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World, William the Beast Bibbiani. Hello, Bibbs. I know what you're doing.
The Dutch angle. I'm sorry, but sometimes the Dutch angle really irritates me when it's done horribly.
Oh, there he is, and he's back.
They caught up.
Yeah, it's because of the internet connection that one time.
So I like this little. Is this a creative choice? The angle that you got going?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the works of Carol Reed, so I thought, whatever. Like, let's use some cinema.
Yeah, well, there you go.
In the Schmoedown.
It was used pretty well in The Third Man, a movie that I just watched for the first time.
As Liz Shannon Miller just said, there's a mutual respect here from both you guys and both managers, and you have been on both sides. You've been on a nice back and forth, and you've also been in the wordy exchanges. You've been in the business. So I know that it makes you feel better, and we kind of go back in on. It's an easier process when there's all smiles, but she's a really game competitor. So how do you go in preparing for Liz Shannon?
Sorry, the weather really changed.
One of the toughest kinds of competitors because she's a critic. She actually comes from this place where she watches everything. She knows everything. I had a lot of respect for her intelligence and her knowledge of cinema before she joined the league, and now I see her as a major threat because you never know what she's gonna know. She probably knows a little bit of everything, probably knows a lot of most of it, and probably knows all of at least some of it. So I'm taking this match real seriously. Anyone who can beat Chance is a formidable opponent, I should know. And so I love Liz as a human being. I respect her as a critic. I can't wait to test my mettle against her. And, let's just break it down. This is going to be a knockdown fight, I think.
All right, Christian, if you're not going to try to stir the pot, I'll give it one more go. So we saw Coy be very nice to Winston be very kind to Coy, Liz Shannon Miller effusive in her praise of William Bibbiani. But William, you tell me right now, why are you a better human being than Liz Shannon Miller?
Well, does she have 2 cats? Because I have 2 cats.
Believe she only has 1 cat.
And that's the only thing I got. That's the only claim to fame I have. I have 2 wonderful cats who support me and my Schmoedown career. If she has 2 cats, then I guess we're completely even keel.
I think it's the best we're going to get, Christian.
Yeah, that's the best we're going to get. All right, we're going to remove this for a moment, bring back. There we go. All right. So
I'm going to be playing along again.
The virtual battlefield.
I didn't do too hot the last reaction.
Round number 1 and throughout the match, no more than 2
See what happens.
will be allowed in the frame of your shot throughout the 3-round contest. And now to the actual rules of round number 1. 8 questions will be asked to the field of competitors. Each question is worth 1 point. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing, at least not in round number 1. As soon as you hear the question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever utensil you have on whatever writing surface
Use
you
purple
prefer.
today.
As soon as we ask you by name or nickname, reveal your answer. Please show what you wrote to your camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get that correct answer from the back of your noggin to the front of your head. Use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the match. You may initiate the challenge, then we'll bring in your manager, and they will ultimately confirm and ratify that said challenge is taking place. Christian, it's been nothing but nice, and to be honest, I enjoy some pleasantries once in a while, even on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. The competitors seem ready, but I know you have one more question for us.
Bibbs, are you ready?
Sure, why not?
Liz, are you ready?
It's good.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1, question number 1 in the realm of action adventure. Who plays the title hero in 2018's Robin Hood?
Ugh.
Maybe
This
you or I
movie
should take
was
this video and
horrible.
take a step further and do a Michael Bay angle for our next match, like from the floor up, billowing trench coat. What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't really liked my diet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Bibbs.
Taron Egerton.
Yes.
No,
Liz?
Taron Egerton. Duh.
And Edgerton.
Correct. 1-1. As we get to our next question mark.
Good old Aggie himself. Your next question is in the world of famous actors and actresses. And your question: who won an Oscar for playing the bigoted Deputy Dixon in 2017's 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri? What we need for breakfast? I remember back in the Collider days, you'd come in, you'd have almond butter and an apple, and that was like your whole day.
Yeah, oatmeal was a big thing, but I started eating these egg sandwiches. They're delicious. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
Sam Rockwell.
Yes. And Bibbs.
Sam Rockwell.
So we have a 2-2. We have to do the third question. Here it is. In the realm of dramas, in what 90s film will you find the characters Marge Gunderson and Jerry Lundegaard?
This is Francis McDormand Day.
We look into that?
If there's a Francis McDormand slice on the wheel, that'll be great.
No one's driving.
People just
Fantastic actress.
So no one will see it, Mark.
That's right. 5,
Take a picture.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
Fargo.
And Bibbs.
Fargo.
Yes. And Liz.
Well, Fargo, don't you know?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
There we go. 3-3. Next question here, Mark.
Extra points to that accent. Your next question is in the world of comic book movies.
I almost did it too, Christian.
Gerard Butler, Lena Headey, and Michael Fassbender star in what 2007 graphic novel adaptation?
I have a hot take.
Fossman.
Yeah, I put a little.
I'm not a fan of it.
pun on it.
I mean, it looks cool.
I like that.
Gerard Butler's awesome.
Classy. 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And Liz.
300.
300.
Yes. Bibbs.
300.
Tie game 4-4 as we head into our 5th question. Fantasy sci-fi. What 1984 fantasy film takes place in the land of Fantasia and features characters such as Bastion and Atreyu?
Man, it's like.
I know this,
pressure being the class
but I've never seen it.
Because I'm over here saying Fassbender, and then I'm hosting with, oh, eat egg sandwich.
I don't know.
Delicious.
This movie never got my interest, to be honest.
Just do the things.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And also thanks to
Pens down,
Stranger
please.
Things.
And Bibbs.
Never end.
Never-ending story.
Yeah.
Liz.
Never-ending story.
Alright, so they both got it, and it is 5-5.
Christian's face when he was
5-5
singing.
as we get to our next question.
You see everyone else watching. You see how fun these matches can be when the competitors and managers all get along. It's great. All right, your next question. Hey, it's in the world of comedies. Here we go. Your question. Who plays the title character in the comedy The Incredible Burt Wonderstone?
Ooh. Ugh. Oh, that movie.
I can't remember the year it came out, but Christian's favorite movie of the year. I do remember that.
That is false. We both were very disappointed with this one. 5,
Attention.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Liz.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell?
Yes. Bibbs.
It would be the highly credible Steve Carell.
What a game. It is 6-6 with only 2 questions left here in the first round. Both the competitors perfect, Mark. Here it is.
That is correct. They'll be at the bonus question should they ace these next 2 queries. But, Christian, that next one, I believe it's something scary.
It is horror/thriller. In what 2009 film do a couple named Katie and Micah record their life on a video camera, which begins showing strange occurrences during the night?
Now we have all this technology. You recording a lot of the kiddos? Like, do you?
I believe it's
you guys
this
make
movie.
family movies and stuff?
Yeah, even the oldest is
If I'm
doing it.
wrong,
Trailers,
then
it's
I'm
pretty
wrong.
good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Bibbs.
This one?
Paranormal Activity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Liz.
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity.
7-7. What a round so far. So we get to this question. If they both get it right, well, then they both get a bonus question. Mark, what's the 8th question?
I haven't stumped them yet. Let's see what the writers have cooked up in their final question of round number 1. This is in the category of animated movies drawn by a computer or on a hand. Your question. What animated franchise features the characters Monkey, Mantis, Viper, and Crane? It looks like they know this one too, Christian. I'm telling you, sudden death is in play here.
5, 4, 3. Repeat. 1 repeat.
All right. This is in the category of animated movies. What animated franchise features the characters Monkey, Mantis, Viper, and Crane? And we'll both answer to one of those monikers.
The second movie of the franchise is underrated.
We had to talk.
That one's good.
5,
It's a good
4,
franchise.
3, 2, 1. Pens down and Liz for the
Kung Fu
perfect
Panda
round.
franchise.
I guess for
That's incorrect. And Bibbs.
Kung Fu Panda.
That is correct. Gets the perfect round here and go 7. And with a shot to get a perfect round, Bibbs, this question is for you and only you. You don't have to write it down. You just have to answer it with hands up. Here it is. Who plays aging Atlanta Braves baseball scout Gus Lobel in 2012's Trouble with
Clint
the Curve?
Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
For 1 more point, William Bibbiani with another perfect round. I believe that is his 3rd in a row.
Singles.
And it can
Yeah.
drastically influence the game because you just
I'm
missed
gonna put
one
my
question. All of a
board
sudden,
away.
you find yourself trailing 2, so could be a big storyline going forward in this match, Christian.
It is big. That's what he does. He's a first round assassin. As we now get into the second round, Mark, how's it go?
The rules of round number 2 are as thus. We have this virtual wheel that we spent a lot of my money on, and each one of you gets to spin. Once you settle on your category, you're going to hear 4 questions from said genre of film knowledge. You have 4 questions total, 2 points is the value of each question. If you're not sure of the answer, ask us multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, there is no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So Christian Bibbiani with that perfect round and nailing the bonus question as well. He has the first option, whether he'd like to spin first or defer to Liz, Shannon, Miller. William Bibbiani, 60 seconds on the clock to talk to your manager, Coy Jandreau, starting now.
Hi, Coy.
Hey, Mims. How we doing?
You know, feeling pretty good. I'm up in round 1. That's pretty impressive with Liz. So, boss is sore.
That was an incredible round all around. I think that there are some things we talked about not wanting and some things we do want.
Sure.
So what are your instincts for who goes first here?
I think we let Liz go first. I think we just see how this shakes out and give her an opportunity to take something off the wheel.
Yeah, I think there's some things we don't want. And know that Spidey's in my lap, so co-manager Juju is right there. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, so Liz Shannon Miller will be getting the first spin. Thank you to Bibbs and Coy, bringing back Liz and Winston. Winston, you got 60 seconds talking to Liz, starting now.
First of all, killed it in that first round. Don't even worry about it. Madagascar is better than Kung Fu Panda. Ain't nobody care about that. We pushed on. We passed that. Second of all, I like that you're hydrating. That is key. We learned that
No,
from Ace. Ace always got
it
that
is
big
not.
water. I'm out here only drinking water from now on.
If we're comparing the first movies, Kung Fu Panda is definitely superior.
You got your 2 JTs. You got your challenge.
But
we're all good on that.
Madagascar 3 is better than Kung Fu Panda 3. So, Madagascar 3 was a good movie. It's actually my favorite
There you go.
of the franchise.
All right, then let's spin that wheel. See, y'all, all of us just a little hot. It's hot in California. It's all good. We good. We gravy, baby.
Well, here's the wheel. The wheel is up, and here's the spin.
I see Viola Davis on there. Huh.
One of the perks of California. I love being sweaty, as you.
Oh!
Okay.
Opponent's choice. All right, so we're going to, once again, remove Winston and Liz, bring back Bibbs, and Coy, you got 60 seconds to decide what you want to give her starting now.
Listen, I think a sports question worked out really well for us in round 1, so why don't I give her sports?
I think your instincts are right, and I think you know her work and she knows yours, so go with your gut. I'm into it.
Let's do sports.
All right, sports.
All right, sports movies it is. Going to remove... Oh, excuse me very much. Actually, you know what? I'll remove you for a second, too. All right, now we bring back Bibbs. And Shannon, you have 4 questions in the realm of sports movies. All right, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Question 1. What team did Billy Bean manage in 2011's
Oakland A's.
Couple days.
That's correct. All right, here's question 2. In what football drama do actors Lucas Black, Garrett Hedlund, and Derek Luke have supporting roles?
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
That's correct for 2 points. All right, here's the 3. In the film Nacho Libre, what is the name of the wrestler Nacho looks up to above
I
all
hate this
others?
movie.
Okay, we're going multiple choice on that.
Is it A. Ramses, B. Choi, C. Silencio, D. Emperor?
I think it's Emperor. I don't know. I hate this movie so much. It's out of my system.
Repeat the options again, please.
Get that once? Yeah. Is it A. Ramses, B. Choi, C. Silencio, D. Emperor?
A. Ramses.
For 1 point, that is correct.
Like I said, I wouldn't know.
Pretty good.
That movie's
Here's
awful.
your last question. You'll find a character that goes by the nickname All the Way May in what film?
You didn't even finish the sentence. A League of Their Own.
That is correct.
They go their own. Yeah.
All right, so Liz Shannon Miller does really well.
Sorry, I was
That
breaking. I
round.
was like all the way to May. It was like all the
Not
yeah.
only going to multiple choice
All League of Their Own.
once on a opponent's choice. So, all right, so now we're going to remove Liz, and we're going to bring back Coy. Coy, you got 60 seconds.
I
Once
believe
again,
that's the
talk
Madonna
to
character.
William, starting now.
Awesome, we got that off the wheel. Let's
That was more about getting sports off the wheel. We got a comfy opponent's choice. We expected a perfect game from Liz, so even that 1 point deduction feels like a victory, and you're up by 2. So that to me feels like a 3-point comfort. Liz is incredible. Winston's incredible. We know this. Now let's be incredible.
let's do it. Let's spin that wheel.
All right, the wheel up here. Here is the wheel. Same thing. William will have 1 opportunity to spin unless it, 2, unless it lands on opponent's choice. Here it is. William's taking sports off the wheel. The chat here, but Liz obviously did very well in that category.
And he's careening towards one of the greatest comedic minds of all time. Does he want Eddie Murphy?
50 seconds. Here it is.
I like Eddie Murphy. I've seen a lot of Eddie Murphy movies, but he's got a really long career, and there's other stuff I like better on the wheel. So I'm thinking spin again. Coy, what do you think?
Is there anything you completely fear more than you're comfortable here? Like that risk versus reward ratio?
No, like everything here I'm at least as comfortable with as Eddie Murphy or more so.
Okay, so this is the baseline. We can only get better, and I definitely think we spin again if this is the baseline.
All right, let's spin again.
All right.
That is sad to
Spin
hear.
here. Whatever Bibbs gets, he's got to keep.
You just take that sound clip of them discussing the wheel and you play that for every manager and say, this is how you do it.
Seriously, it was a good talk for sure. And
Aha!
And he got spinner's choice.
Oh my god!
I bet he's taking horror.
All right,
Oh my god, you guys!
60 seconds to decide
Okay.
what you want. Here you go.
Alright, I think horror.
So we've been talking about horror quite a bit this season, but horror is very broad, but I know how much you want this. Let's take a minute, digest. I completely agree, but we have a few seconds to ponder this over. I just don't want our instincts to cloud our judgment. Do we?
No, that's fair. I'm looking at, okay. No, maybe. Yeah. Well, I already spun spinner's choice. Maybe. Maybe. Let's do horror.
Okay, I just want to make sure you felt asked me after a moment, and I'm excited. Yes, horror feels good to me. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
All right.
That
so
is a
the
great
category is
managerial
horror. We're
pull.
gonna remove,
And that
Boyd.
is great
And now
managing.
Liz comes back into the stream, and Mark, we're going to get 4 questions in the realm of horror.
That's what happens, Christian. You praise a manager, and then the next thing you know, they're just milking screen time. So we settle on horror. And your first question, William Bibbiani, for 2 points.
Yes.
Well, scary movies. In the film Resident Evil, what is the name of the state-of-the-art artificial intelligence that controls the Hive?
The Red Queen.
2 points for William. He might know something about this genre, Christian.
I don't care about that
Next
franchise.
question.
For 2 more points, William. In Underworld Awakening, what is the name of the company employed by world governments to contain an experiment on vampires and lichens that captures Selene?
I'm going to need multiple choice on that.
All right.
Oh,
Is
wait.
it A, Serum X, B, Discoverize, C, Plexicorp, or
Antigen.
D, Antigen?
I think. I don't know.
C, Plexicorp.
That is
think it's
incorrect. So
Antigen.
Liz, I'm going to give you your question and then the multiple choice options for a 1-point steal. In Underworld Awakening, what is the name of the company employed by world governments to contain an experiment on vampires and lichens that captures Selene? Is it A, Serum X, B, Discoverize, C, Plexicorp, or D, Antigen?
D, Antigen.
I don't know if it was another Ramses, but it was another great guess because that is a
Yeah.
1-point steal for Liz.
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Big
It's
steal,
just
big steal there by Liz, and she gets that point back.
the
but
company.
she-
I think it started with an A. It's like
I would
Antigen.
have guessed C as well, so thanks for
There you go. Damn it.
All right, well, here's my next question, Mark. Just question 3.
All right, so your penultimate question in the world of horror movies. William, for 2 points. What 90s slasher film has the tagline, "If you're going to bury the truth, make sure it stays buried"?
I know what you did last summer.
You
All right.
do? That's a fun joke. 2 points.
All right, good.
These tagline questions. I hate taglines. So
And to close out the
Sorry.
horror category for William
it's my
Bibbiani,
opinion, but
you can use these 2 points going into round 3. And the question. In the 2017 horror film It, Pennywise awakens once every how many years?
30 years. 30 years, I think. Yeah.
27.
He nailed it. That
Oh, it is
another
20.
2
Yeah,
correct answer
that's
for
right,
William
that's
Bibbiani and Christian.
27
What a
years.
ball game
Mhm.
we have. Wouldn't you know it?
Great question.
Deadlocked at 15.
Tie game going in around 3. Unbelievable. What a match. What a match.
It was somewhere between 27 and 30 because of the sequel. So.
Number 2, Mark, what a battle. So now we get to the final round. What are the rules?
Oh,
I was
here we
ex-
go. Stop messing with
Sorry.
me.
I was expecting that to go a tie into round 3. So
We need a series of numbers in this round from each competitor. We need 3 numbers in total from each one. You may not pick the same numbers as your opponent. Why? Because each number corresponds to a different
Sorry,
corner
I'll
of
be right
movie, trivia, Schmoedown goodness. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3 points. Your last one is worth 5. The biggest points of the tournament. Could see you advance to the
Okay,
final
I'm back.
4. We need these numbers between 1 and 20, and so
I just had
William
something.
is the higher ranked
Important
competitor.
message.
You're going to give us your 3 numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
22 and 16.
22 and 16 for William and for Liz.
10, 11, and 12.
10, 11, and 12. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Okay, 10, 11, and 12 for Rid, Shannon, Miller. All right, so because Liz will be going first, Coy, you got 60 seconds to talk to Bibb starting now.
Oh, hi, Coy.
We knew this is where we'd land, and we actually had a moment where we were ahead, so that was unexpected. We thought this would be neck and neck, so remember the feeling of being ahead, because that's where we want to land at the end. So
Yeah.
just manifest that feeling back. We knew this was going to be a neck and neck game. We're right back. 15's my lucky number. It's my birthday. I like 15. We're in a comfy spot. What do you feel going into round 3? How do you think?
Well, I feel pretty good. You know, I wish it wasn't so close, but listen, someone's got to win this thing, and it might as well be me. So let's give it a try.
Also, remember you have all of your power-ups left.
Yes.
So, in the wise words of fellow Quirky Merc, waste not, want not. Now's the time. Let's use them. If you need that time, take it. But I know you know this stuff off the top of your head, so we got this.
No, thank you for the reminder. That's what good managers do. Thank you.
All right. Now, Winston, 60 seconds to talk to Liz, starting now.
You a bad mother. Look at you. You drop one question in the beginning, right? Not only do you get opponent's choice and you go flawless, then you steal a point, but girl, oh my God. Don't let anybody tell you other than the fact that you were a bad, bad girl. You put my birthday to some of your numbers. That's great too. You got 2 JT into the challenge. Let's go win this, baby. Swag, swag, drip, drip, Liz. I see you, girl.
All right, so there are the inspirational speeches from both managers as we now move both of those managers into the waiting room and we begin the final round, round number 3. All right, so Liz Miller will be going first. She chose category 10. Liz, that is in the realm of Tom Cruise movies.
Tom Cruise
movies. And here is your 2-pointer. In what film does Tom Cruise act opposite Kelly Preston, Jerry O'Connell,
Jerry Maguire,
and Bonnie Hunt?
Jerry Maguire.
Correct for 2 points. Writer's trying to trick people up there by not putting any bigger stars in there.
I like that one, yeah.
Bonnie Hunt's huge. What are you talking about?
She was
going to William Bibbiani's 2 points.
Preston was a big star in the 90s. All right.
Number 20 for your 2-pointer. And Barry Sanders' legendary number corresponds to animated movies. Okay. And your question. For 2 points, catch up to Liz. What comedic actor voices the titular villain turned hero in 2010's Megamind?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
We're back tied, Christian.
Tied again, so now we bounce back to Liz, and she chose category 11. Category 11, remakes and reboots. All right. Who plays the role of Peter Vincent in 2011's Fright Night?
Colin Farrell.
That would be Mr. David Tennant.
That is correct for 3 points.
Wait.
Liz Shannon Miller.
What did she say?
Shannon
David
Miller
Tennant?
now gets up, and now Bibbiani will have to hit.
I'll go back and say. I think she said
Category
David Tennant,
2.
but
Back and forth we go, and William, because he did select number 2, corresponds for his 3-point question to the category of comedy. It's round 3, so we don't giggle. It's serious.
I still think it's funny.
Let's see if this funny movie can be answered.
I would have gotten it wrong because I
William, what 1944 madcap comedy stars Cary Grant as a newlywed who discovers his elderly aunts have been killing old men and burying them in their cellar?
That would be the totally awesome Arsenic and Old Lace.
yeah, Arsenic and
That's
Old
totally
Lace.
awesome,
Yeah.
correct
The
answer.
reason why I would know Arsenic and Old Lace is because my high school
So
had a production of that
we now get to
play.
the 5-pointer for Liz. If she hits it, she's got to force William to hit his 5.
I've never seen the movie, but I knew the
If she
play
misses it, then it
or
gives
of
William
the production. I've seen it
the
once.
match. Liz chose category 12. Category 12 and movie release dates is the 5.
Oh.
Hey,
Ooh.
All right, here you go. Okay. In 2007, this saw the release of a Harry Potter film and a Pirates of the Caribbean film. Name both of them. 20 seconds.
I think it's Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix and Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. I think that's my answer. So that would be my answer. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix
Harry
and
Potter and the Phoenix and Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
That is correct.
Oh my God!
Janet Miller.
Wow!
That 5-pointer enforcing the hand
Wow!
of Bibbiani. That was impressive, to say the least. All right.
Damn.
So now William Bibbiani needs to hit this. He needs to hit it in order to send it to sudden death. If he misses it, Liz Shannon Miller will advance to the next round. Mark the category. is number 16.
That's right. Joe Montana's number corresponds to William. Were you alive during the 2010s decade?
I was, actually.
Well, that's the decade that the movie in question was released. The categories of 2010s. And here's the question. To tie Lightning Liz and Force Overtime Sudden Death. Your question? Who plays Sally Lamonsoff, the wife of Kevin James's character in Grown Up?
Maria Bello.
Repeat the question.
First one.
All right. In the category of 2010s, who plays Sally Lamonsoff, the wife of Kevin James's character in Grown Ups?
Sandler had Salma Hayek. Chris Rock had Maya Rudolph. Kevin James had Maria Bello.
5, 4, 3, 2.
JT.
Second one.
All right. You have one remaining. In the 2010s, who plays Sally Lamonsoff, the wife of Kevin James's character in Grown Ups?
Leslie Mann.
And your winner, advancing to the next
Wow.
round. Yes! Liz Shannon Miller. The answer, Mark.
Maria Bello.
Bello was Liz Shannon Miller.
At least that's gonna be named after you. You did it, girl.
More excited. No, that was.
I think after this one, she's got a shot.
Right now that Leslie McMahon and Maria Bello are in many ways basically functionally the same actor, so I feel like Bibbs, fundamentally got the question. So
Wow, but Liz, I mean, listen, regardless, this is some run that you're having here. You've just beaten 2 former champions back to back. And William Bibbiani was a massive favorite to make it to the finals. There's no doubt about it. This is and he played great. You played extraordinarily great. Winston, you got to be super proud of Liz Shannon Miller. This is unbelievable.
Bro, I mean, look, movie release date to the devil, and she hit it twice on a 5-pointer. Not in the beginning, not on a wheel spin, in a 5-pointer, bro. Like, that is insane. And she got opponent's choice and went all the way through, only had the multiple choice once, and they got spinner's choice, and she even stole a point. Like, my girl is on fire. I tried to tell y'all, lightning be striking, bro. She changed her name from Lightning Liz Shannon Miller to Storm Liz Shannon Miller. She out there throwing vultures. Come on, Jesus. Yes.
It's an incredible performance yet again from you.
Yeah, I gotta stop because I usually do not, post, the post-match interviews on there. But wow, great match from Liz. Yeah, she did an incredible job with sports. So that was the one category that I felt like, I don't know, sports category. I mean, I think we were all on the same page as for Nacho Libre in terms of like I didn't know, and it's different for me because I hate the movie, and I don't care. So if I get it wrong in that match, then I get it wrong. I don't care. Yeah, this is a great Cinderella story, I think, in the singles tournament. I think this is the Cinderella story. Now, given the fact that I believe that Collins, who's Collins playing? Let's see, Riley Snyder. Irwin is playing Tom, and I believe Collins is playing. Oh, I don't remember, but. Don't remember. Well, anyway, yeah, it's not on my phone. But again, this is a great match from both of them. I think this really gives Swag leeway. Definitely, moves up in the standings. And I don't know if Liz has a teammate for teams. So I think next year, if Winston is going to keep Liz, and that's going to be a tough deciding factor in his mind, because he has some great competitors in his faction. I don't know. I think I would rethink Liz for a moment, but it is a tough one. So it's going to be like a chess match in his mind at the end of the year. Giving it at season 8, you have to give up 3 players. You have to keep 3 players. Okay, that will be it for today. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at JohnCaro4. And also I have another one at Letterboxd and on Instagram, Cinecaro, CINE_CARO, where I publish and post movie reviews and other funny material regarding films on that. And I also post, I write reviews on Letterboxd too. Alright then, that's it. A hell of a match today. Alright then. Talk to you later.